Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Georg Mack Plays the Classics. Namco debuts on the TurboGrafx-16 with Dragon Spirit. You are Amur, and within you is the spirit of the dragon. The Princess Alicia must be saved from the evil clutches of the Demon of Darkness. Amur transforms into the Blue Dragon and sets out to conquer 8 levels of enemies and obstacles. Amur can shoot fireballs to attack the ground with button 1 and spit dragon breath with button 2. You can either hold the button down for continuous fire or tap if you want more control. Enemies come on screen as usual for a shoot 'em up, though some will choose to come on screen opposite of the half you're on. Most enemies aren't much problem, but if many enemy bullets come on screen at once, good luck avoiding them all. This is the main problem of the game. The dragon is way too big and way too slow, and it's difficult to get power-ups to negate this disadvantage. You don't die after one hit, but have a life bar. The unfortunate thing is when you're hit, you lose a level of power-up. There are 3 ways to power up. Shooting a fireball at blue eggs will release an icon that adds a head to the dragon, giving an extra shot. Shooting a fireball at a red egg releases a fire gauge item. Collecting 3 will power up your breath, and you can do this twice. Having 3 heads and fully powered dragon breath makes you pretty unstoppable. Until something appears under you and hits you, dropping a head and a level of power. There are also flashing enemies that occasionally appear. These drop much more interesting items. The torch spell is the ultimate weapon that will carry you through most of the game if you can get it and hold on to it. The dragon blows long streams of flame that do massive damage, charring bosses into dust. The reducer spell shrinks the dragon, making it easier to avoid enemy bullets, but reduces your power as well. The expander spell is the spread shot of the game, but not particularly strong. The Homer spell shoots homing missiles for a set period of time. All of these also go away if you get hit. You can also catch an earthquake icon that shakes the screen and kills ground enemies for a time. The Power Wing grants you invincibility for a short period as well. Golden diamonds give you points when you collect them. You can also find a speed up icon that can stack 3 times. What you want to avoid is the mean looking skull item that represents decreased power. Collecting this removes a head and a firing level. Dragon Spirit is a quarter muncher, but playing as intended is basically impossible. First, there's no way to refill your life bar. Second, you get 3 lives. If you lose them all, it's game over. Start from the beginning. Luckily, there is a code to input on the title screen to get 100 continues. I'm sure someone can beat this game without continuing, but it's not me. The bosses range from simple, especially if you have the torch, to requiring precise timing, to enragingly difficult, the final boss. Even getting to the final boss is near impossible. I'm looking at you, Spear Room. When it comes to grading Dragon Spirit on TurboGrafx-16, graphics get a 2.0. Everything looks 8-bit, but with some more colors. Sound gets a 2.0. The music and sound effects were standard for the genre. Music is a bit too up-tempo for the speed of scrolling. Gameplay gets a 2.5. The dragon seems to control as intended, but the game is too stingy with power-ups. Difficulty gets a 2.5. The dragon is too big and too slow, which will lead to deaths that aren't fair. Without the continue code, I'd say Dragon Spirit is impossible. Fun factor gets a 1.5. The first 2 levels are enjoyable, but the entertainment drops off a cliff after that. Overall, Dragon Spirit earns a 2.1 and gets a C. It's not a bad game, but it's not one I feel comfortable recommending with any fervor. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. Please make sure to like this video. Let me know what you think of Dragon Spirit in the comments. Please subscribe to Head Drop Productions here on YouTube, because we want you here for each and every video we release, because it is your destiny.